Hi, new friends.
Hello.
I understand. I do host a podcast for NPR, and that confuses people because I don't look NPR, I look NRA. I understand. Like I look like the only fresh air I'm interested in is what I caught on the lawn of the Capitol on January 6th. I like that one. I'm from Illinois, and we have legal weed in Illinois. Woo! It's not fun anymore. Like, it used to be fun. It used to be exciting and dangerous, right? Like, when I first started doing it, I'd have to call my guy, hope he was home, and if he wasn't, leave like a coded message, and then wait 10 to 14 hours for him to call me back, and then have him deliver it, and then, at 2 in the morning, and then subsequently miss my shift at Taco Bell. But now that it's legal in Illinois, it's just errands. It is. It's just because even later on, I could text a dude and use because you're not stupid. You use code, and I'd use something like, "Hey, bro, is your lettuce ripe?" Which worked out because he had a garden, so it was plausible deniability. And also, he had an in-ground pool. It was a nice house, but it still felt punk rock. It still felt cool. And now, when the dispensaries opened, I went in, and a guy met me. His shirt was tucked into his pressed khakis. That was off-putting. And he comes up, he's like, "Sir, what can I help you with today?" And I was like, "Weed." And he was like, "Oh God, no. No, sir, we don't call it weed here. We refer to it as cannabis." And I was like, "Are you a fucking cop?" You have to tell me if you are. I've seen Law and Order. I know how it works. And it's so, like when I was first doing it, you had to, that was it. You just got, like whatever the guy had, which was usually some type of, Mississippi River sandbar ditch weed. And you had two choices. You either got the munchies or you touched the face of God that night. One or the other. And now they're like, "Are you looking for anything specific?" And I'm like, "Well, I'd like to be productive and creative, but also forget about my hemorrhoids." "Oh, that's the strain turning a blind brown eye. It's right over here." I swear to Christ, that's the grossest joke I do, I promise. But my favorite part about weed is the highdeas that you get. And look, highdeas are not new. They're not a new thing. They've been on the internet for years. I think the most famous idea was, if you start Wizard of Oz and then right at the color portion, you start Dark Side of the Moon. No high person came up with that. At least not while they were high. Maybe afterwards. But if someone were like, "When I was high, I came up with, if you start Dark Side of the Moon, 15 minutes into the wall, it sounds like your dad's yelling at you." That I believe. All right. The other day, I was just sitting and enjoying some life, and I was like, "Why do we call it lubricant when it makes things happen? We should call it lubricant." Try going into Ace Hardware and asking for lubricant. My favorite one that I had, though, I was like, "Hey, so when you hear a ghost?" That's a good start. "Hey, when you hear a ghost and you hear him moaning and chains rattling or it's whips cracking, maybe that's just a kinky ghost seeing what you're into." And when you respond, "No thank you, ghost," that's why they go boo. Or if you go, "Let's just see what happens," that's why they go ooh. Okay, anyway, that's I try not to waste my time anymore. Because the way I drink and my lifestyle, I don't have a lot of time left. I get that. But like, I don't waste time arguing on Facebook anymore. That's ridiculous. It's stupid. Don't argue on Facebook. You're never going to convince anybody. But you know what isn't a waste of time? Following an argument on Facebook. That shit is hilarious. Because you will see some gems. Like the other night, I was scrolling through and I'd seen where, like, I've got friends that are on both sides of the political spectrum. And because I'm, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? A reasonable person.